They've done it again. This surveillance image of Chicago police raiding a family's home might have gone under the radar, except for one detail: when it was taken. 11 days after the city publicly announced reforms to the way officers get and obtain search warrants.
Yeah, it was a great show, great speech. But as CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini reveals, it seems the raid teams didn't get the message.
They treated us like we were below them.
Any individuals found within a location where a search warrant is executed must be treated with dignity and respect.
The mayor's pledge. Do you feel like they should have treated your family with more respect?
Yeah.
And the police superintendent's vow.
So the real question you're asking is if treating someone with respect gets in the way of doing our job. And the answer is no.
Promises of reform made after the CBS 2 investigators exposed dozens of bad raids on innocent families over the last 3 years.
We are going to get this right.
That was March 3rd. But just 11 days later,
I never got treated like that by anybody in my entire life.
this happened. A raid team that we found violated Chicago police policy hits a home in Bridgeport with so much force the entire structure shakes.
We're still in our pajamas, just lounging around.
It was a Sunday morning and George Garcia's birthday. His wife Kimberly and their 2 children, 12-year-old Georgie and 3-year-old Cruzy, were excited to celebrate. And then what happened?
All of a sudden, I just hear my whole house shaking and a big bang.
Videos from the Garcia's home security system show police pulling up, a team of officers with guns and a battering ram heading to the side door to break it down. Only problem? The search warrant they are holding was not properly approved.
I just heard like boom, boom, boom.
Even before that March 3rd news conference, Chicago police policy required a lieutenant or above verify and approve all search warrants. Now the city says it's an even higher rank, a deputy chief who must sign off on a warrant before a judge does.
These are just some of the new pre-execution safeguards that must be followed before a search warrant can ever be presented to the state's attorney or to a court.
But none of that happened in the Garcia raid. Armed with that warrant in question, police kept ramming the door. Garcia, worried it might fall on him, ran to a window to talk to police. So you were yelling out of a top window?
Yes. Stop hitting the door. I will open it. And I said, hey guys, I'm trying to open the door for you guys.
Hey guys! Guys, I'm trying the door! Open the door!
Then they told him not to move.
Stay right there! Let me stay right there! Make sure we still hands. No problem. Stay right there. They're breaking the door. Hey, no, come on, hey, let me see. The door's already open.
Once inside, the raid team headed to the second floor and burst into Garcia's apartment. What was the first thing you saw?
A gun.
Then they say they tried to get to their youngest child, Cruzy.
And I'm just trying to get to my kid.
Do you see it?
I just play it over and over again.
And they just put the gun to my head and told me to turn around.
Which brings us to the city's next promise. Immediate changes to how vulnerable people, especially children, will be treated during raids. The guns were pointed at your brother and your mom.
Yeah, my dad.
Georgie Garcia says he and his little brother ended up in another room.
2 children are screaming, screaming for their parents.
So the whole time you were put in that room, you couldn't get to your mom and dad.
Yeah.
And you were scared.
I felt scared. I didn't want him to see me crying.
You were trying to console your brother?
I had to stay strong for him, so I kept my emotions and just protected him.
And then there's this. The city also promised to address one of its most widespread failures we uncovered during our multi-year investigation into wrong raids. Long before their news conference in March, it was CPD policy never to base a search warrant solely on the word of a confidential informant. But the Garcia warrant is based solely on the word of a confidential informant. There's no mention of any actual police work, no undercover drug buys, no surveillance, no verification at all that drugs were being sold out of the apartment before police burst in. Later, we see these images. The entire apartment ransacked, personal belongings and toys wrecked.
They're not doing their job. That's just it. They're just using their own system however they want, however they see fit.
The warrant only gave them the power to search Garcia's apartment on the second floor of this multi-unit building. But when they found nothing, they started to search the garage and other units too.
It makes no sense. I was sleeping, not minding my own business.
Officers searched the first floor where Michael Zastro was in bed. You can even hear the raid team talking about how it was someone else's place.
And what's this, somebody else's apartment? Yeah.
They pulled me out the room and then they started searching my whole room and the whole apartment.
And this wasn't just any raid team. All of the officers on this raid belonged to Police Superintendent David Brown's newly created Community Safety Team, formed last year during the height of unrest and widespread calls for reform, as a way to not only fight crime, but to improve trust between police and the public.
They were just laughing the whole time, like it was funny, like this was some kind of sick joke to them.
Then came the final humiliation. They went through your underwear drawer.
And not just through it, like they were holding it.
And showing it.
Yeah, like putting it up and then like giving me looks and like smirking.
But the hardest part of the raid, they say, is what it did to the children, especially Cruzy. Does he talk about seeing the guns?
Yeah, he keeps on saying monsters, and he goes like this. He's like, monsters, monsters.
In that moment, while you're handcuffed and you couldn't put your arms around your kids, what did that do to you?
They get all emotional and you can't do nothing. You can't comfort them. You can't give them a hug. You can't tell mommy's going to be okay because you don't know what's happening.
And then when they left, did they say, we're sorry?
No, they said happy birthday. And we asked them what happens with the doors. And they said he's in construction. He can figure it out himself.
The officer who got the warrant and the sergeant in charge of the raid have a combined 86 disciplinary complaint investigations, 4 of them sustained, 2 apiece. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability is now investigating what happened during the Garcia raid. Dave Savini, CBS 2 Investigators.
In a written statement tonight, Chicago police say they, quote, immediately referred this incident to COPA, but a source familiar with the raid tells us CPD only brought it to COPA's attention after we started asking questions and submitting public records requests. Dave has, of course, done extensive reporting on the pattern of botched raids by Chicago police over the last several years. To see this award-winning body of work that's finally leading to promises of reform, visit cbschicago.com/unwarranted.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning to everybody. Uncle Joe, what it do? Spot Check News, how you doing? QT, what it do? Defend. Who else we got in here? Pikes Peak's Auditors. Becky, what's up, love? Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. JKMA, what's up, love? Friends and Co, what up, my G? No, my day one. What's going on? Rotten Apples, what's up? I'm looking in the comment section. Well, first of all, welcome to the Kdot experience. Appreciate it. I'm your host with the most, your boy DJ Kdot, also known to be really, really nasty on those 1s and 2s. Got a gig this weekend, actually. But yeah, so where this channel we talk about police accountability. We also we're going to be talking to hopefully we're going to get some politicians on here and grilling their ass. Who else we're going to also have local artists as well. Also not only that, but we're going to also see where their head is at, what their music stands for, and how they feel about policing, and what are they doing to contribute to the culture. So good morning, everybody. Hippificational, how you doing? Yeah, so you guys just seen the video. It's another raid. This has happened about 2 weeks ago. Joe, what's going on, man? What's going on down there with them raids, bro? What is going on? So we're gonna talk about the raids. We're gonna open up the panel here in a little bit. Also, we're gonna talk about these trolls. We got another one. Just pure lies and defamation and innate feelings, and they need a diaper change and shit like that. Also, the update. I don't know if y'all seen my last one. I had what was it? It was titled "Accountability and Trolls," and I had got into it with the young lady or old lady or Marvel girl or whatever, because some dude called me out. I don't even know what he was saying. He didn't like my content, so he stole my content and commented on it and tried to diss me on it. But then I told him to come here to the channel, come to me. He sends some chick Marvel girl that I have no clue who I don't even know who these people are. But now we got another person. I don't even, he claims himself doing a video on me saying I'm the best auditor, and I never claimed ever in my life that I was the best auditor or anything like that. I have to audit. I have to cop watch. My community depends on it. I get messages stating that I used to live in Aurora, Colorado, and now I'm coming back because you specifically audit and you hold them accountable. I feel safer now. So anybody out there who is a cop watcher or a First Amendment auditor, salute to you. I did notice a little bit of drama in the chat room. I don't know what's going on between Defend and Pikes Peak auditors. Hopefully y'all squash that. I hope nothing but love. Hopefully y'all piece that up. I don't know what happened, but I pray for both sides. Shout out to the Pikes Peak auditor. He shared a few of my videos as well. He's doing great work over there. He has really great videos. So y'all go over there, subscribe to him, and shout out to Defend. So I hope those two can. And I think he has said something about dying to live, but I don't know. Again, I have no idea. This is a free speech channel, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be very clear. If you come for me, I'm gonna come right back for you. So don't play victim when I come right back for you. That's all I'm saying. When I come back for you and I come for your juggler, don't play victim. I want you to have that same energy. And I tried to debate with this cat, this pussycat guy, but and I can probably show you better than I can tell you. I've yet to get an email back from the dude that said he was going to put it together or whatever, or pussycat. So I blocked his ass. You're not going to get you're not going to get more content from my channel. You're not going to steal and make money off of me. Okay. That's what you're not going to do. You're going to have to get it from another person's channel who shared my shit. So you're not going to, that's just, I don't know if y'all heard of these people. I didn't even know these people exist. Like it's like a whole troll community. A whole fucking troll community. But let's get into it. Let's talk about these raids. I'm going to we're gonna have an open discussion. We're gonna have a panel today. We're gonna see what's really good. I would love for you guys to join, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And I will have a video for you here in a little bit as far as the trolls and what they have to say about me, I respect his right to do it. But let's have a debate. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Don't just use my shit. Don't just steal my content. Use it. Talk shit about me, and then not debate. What's your issue with me? Because I didn't come for you. You came for me. So obviously I must have been on your mind or something. I don't know. But I'm opening up the chat. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss about these raids. Also, it was passed, I believe it was yesterday, that Juneteenth is a national holiday, passed anonymously. So hand clap for that one right there. That's a wonderful thing. It should have been done. It should have been done. But yeah, let's open up the panel and see what everybody thinks on this subject about these raids, because this is getting out of control. This is why we need to have qualified immunity. Qualified immunity is a must. Okay, qualified immunity is a absolute must, because after they break in to these, after they do these damn raids, after they do these damn raids, they don't have any consequences. So they don't have to pay any type of funds to the people that they broke into their house or their apartment. Yes, Seb, you're absolutely right. This is domestic terrorism. It's absolutely domestic terrorism. No, Juneteenth is a national holiday. Passed Senate, not did it. Okay, so we're still waiting for Senate to pass it then. Okay, and my mistake. Thank you, no. Appreciate that correction. Okay, trolls always do that. They come at people all the time, worthless time and energy, pure evil. And this, and you're right. I don't know if Uncle Joe's still in the building, but Joe, they're coming for you next. They already got a premiere waiting for you. They gonna be, which, you know, Joe don't care, and I don't expect them to. But what I'm saying is that if you're gonna say something negative about me, make sure you come with facts, and then let's have a debate about it. That's all I'm saying. Man, that raid the Toodles in Texas was disgusting. I said, auto order a hit on an officer, made up fake raid and killed the two people and dog. The officer is paralyzed and lived. Oh, wow. Crazy. Like I said, yeah, domestic terrorism, absolutely. We need to eliminate qualified immunity, absolutely. It's our lives here. You know, like I said, these was babies that they did this to. You know, these are straight babies. You know, these people have children, and they just went in their house for no reason, absolutely no reason. And they went off in another human being's word, an informant. And who knows, the informant might have fucked up intentions as well. I mean, they're already a fucked up individual because they're an informant, but they might be playing with the cops too. Like, oh, well, I'm just gonna give them the wrong address and have them break into somebody in somebody else's house. You know, I mean, they ain't really got nothing to lose. They already tied to the law anyway, so fuck it. John Felix posted a video on FB from an incident in McKinney, Texas. Holy public terrorism Batman. Yeah. I think I seen that one. Let's see. Behind every blue line gang is the politician pretending nothing is wrong, plausible, and deniability for votes. I agree 100%.
Did you say anything about that retarded dude?
Oh, we gonna get to him. We gonna get to him. Trust, we gonna get to him. That's why he went to Miami. Texas ran him off just like his buddy Joe Savaggio. Okay. Yeah, so again, the panel's open, y'all. Y'all want to come in and let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick because link is in the description right there. So if y'all want to come and discuss this, Becky, I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. I really want to hear your thoughts, definitely. Also, Joe, if you definitely in the building because it's happening in your city. I'm not saying just his city, but it's his city is pretty. It's pretty known in his city. Also, only way to change the law is to get the judges to change. We need more. We need more accountability for judges as well. No-knock raids grew apart out of the war on drugs and the rise of SWAT. Intentionally, they were only for egregious circumstances, now used for minor warrants. Yeah, I agree 100%. Because what the war on drugs, I think that was the 80s, spilling into the 90s. Policy is not law, so don't claim it as law. That's where we all call that crime. Policy is not law. It is not law. It's court doctrine. Yeah, exactly. I want to make that very clear. It is a judicial mandate, and I want to be very also want to be very clear. They're judges. The judicial branch is there to interpret law and interpret law only. They do not create law, and only Congress can change this. So that's why this George Floyd bill must be passed. It has to be passed. It has to be. This shit was literally made out of thin air. It was created in 1967 because of all the civil rights movements were going on, and they were getting their asses whooped as far as the protest, and they didn't want to be held liable. Nixon started the war on drugs in the 60s. Okay. There is no war on drugs. And that's another thing, man. This whole drug notion as far as the war on drugs. Anybody that's on drugs or anything like that, it's a disease. It shouldn't be criminalized. It should be catered to. It should be rehabilitated. Those type of things, they shouldn't be judged on using drugs. These people should be helped.
It's just like people with bad eating habits. It's hard for them.
Exactly. It's just it's just being addicted to anything. It's an addiction. It shouldn't be criminalized. I don't understand
You don't go to jail because you got a bad eating habit.
Yeah. You're right, cuz it's just like a bad eating habit. What, that's gonna be criminalized too? Like, come on, man. Like, and not only that, bad eating habits. If anybody who has bipolarism, that also initiates an episode to where they can become extra irritable or violent at times. So what are we going to criminalize bad eating habits too? So oh, you at work? Okay. Dang. So yeah. Not a disease, it's a choice. A baby it's not a disease, it's a choice. A baby isn't born addicted to meth because it's created. I would have to what okay. Yes, it can be a choice. Yes. And a lot of times, in a lot of scenarios, it can be a choice. But I'll give you an example. One of the greatest MCs of all time, DMX.
What are you trying to say?
He said they said drugs is not a disease, it's a choice. And I'm like,
so is eating. Anything you do is a choice.
It's a choice.
It's the same thing.
But I was saying that DMX, you know what I'm saying? Somebody laced his I think it was marijuana he was smoking, and a grown person laced his shit. So that wasn't a choice. That was that was involuntary, and he was a child. He was 14 at the time.
People that's 600 and 700 pounds, they got the same habit a drug addict got. The same thing.
And not only that, and check this out, and not only that, you can be and you can be born with drugs in your system. You can be so yeah. So that's a yes and a no. You can't say it's just a choice. That's
habits
not
is
true.
Habits. People
Habit
have
is a habit.
Being on YouTube, everything is a habit.
Right.
Everybody's trying to accuse somebody of
But
something.
what I'm saying is that we shouldn't victimize it. We shouldn't be. We need these people need help.
Everybody I know have some type of addiction. I don't give a damn who it is.
Right. It could be a sexual addiction. It can be eating addiction. Me personally, I think I have an issue with food.
Yeah.
But if you notice, y'all, they only have they don't have no fucking healthy restaurants open late at night. That's some bullshit, right? They don't have a fucking salad bar, open at night. You can't just drive through and get a nice salad, That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Rotten apples. Disagree all you want. It's a choice. It's not. Hey, we just gonna and now you're splitting hairs. DMX example, not even in comparison. Well, rotten apples. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want to say. Like I said, it can be a choice, and then sometimes it's not. You can be born with drugs in your system if your parents already been using drugs for years or using drugs during the pregnancy. So you're gonna tell me that's a fucking choice too? So, and if you don't like what I say, then you can come on. I put the link right here. I'll put it again. We can discuss it. We can discuss it.
But a lot of people being honest, a lot of people that's not around this shit every day,
Yeah.
They'll never understand.
They never understand.
They're privileged.
Right. They live in a fucking bubble.
Yeah, you might be talking to privileged people, so they don't understand nothing you're talking about.
Exactly. I agree. Yes. Tendency to become easily addicted. This is a complex psychological and spiritual. I'm an energy person. So if I feel that your energy's off, like, I don't fuck with you. You know, it's just, but if your energy, because some people you just love being around. You just like, damn, I fuck with this person. Like, I feel like that could be totally opposite of me, but I fuck with this person. All right, me too. I'm a fan. It's hard, man. It really is. It really. Judges are the kings to make law to protect their castles. Seems like it. It seems like they don't have any fucking accountability to me. They need. I'm around it all. Schizos, whatever. What the fuck? Okay. All right, rotten apples. I'm referring to Joe fucking Schmo who decides to put a needle in his arm. Is it at gunpoint? Guess it's my white privilege. I don't know. I don't know. You have to ask you and your white privilege that. I don't know. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to. And here's the thing. I used to work in corrections. I used to be around these people who struggled with that, and a lot of it comes down to mental health issues, to where they use drugs, or they're just around the wrong influences. They want to fit in, or they want to be the cool guy because everybody's doing it, you know. But at the end of the day, should we criminalize them for that? No, absolutely not. They need help. We need to give them we need to help them exercise other tools and resources for them to go to where they don't have to rely on drugs or anything like that. That's all I'm saying. You know, putting them in jail for 10 to 15 years, like, come on, that's absolutely asinine. They didn't hurt anybody. If anything, they're hurting themselves. And not only that, but you also got to be careful with this too. If those withdrawals, you can die from withdrawals if it's not treated properly. If you don't do it properly, if you don't go to those particular rehabilitation centers to treat that, just like with drinking, if you start to get the shakes and stuff, your body starts to depend on that. So what? Then it's a choice. Then no, it's you have to rely on that for you to even wake up and function in the morning. So again, I don't judge people who are on drugs, period. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. That's, again, come on the panel if you feel differently, and let's talk about it, you know? But, I worked security at the hospital. I saw, yeah, you see it all the time. Matter of fact, I've also worked at methadone clinics. It's crazy. You'll see all type of people from all type of walks of life, from the poorest of the poorest to the richest of the richest. You'll see somebody in there with rags and a hole in their shoes, and then you'll see some people in there with Gucci purses, Burberry designer on, with fresh Jordans and all of that. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And I pray for all those people. I don't judge anybody. I spent 4 years in prison. 90% of people I grew up with are dead from drugs, whether it be OD, suicide, or being murdered. I agree drugs should not be criminalized. Addicts need rehab and mental health. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, rotten apples. I'm just saying, like, they need more help. You know what I'm saying? Because in the 1990 what was it, 93?
What?
Where they criminalized where the what is it, 3-strike rule or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Excuse me. We just gotta, stop criminalizing. Stop criminalizing that shit, These people need help. We need to be there to help them. Hey Regina, how you doing? Little brother, I troll I troll a little bit. I mean, look, I don't when it comes to trolls, look, you can have a disagreement with me. That's totally fine. We can discuss it. But make sure you come respectful. Because if you come disrespectful, don't play victim when I disrespect the fuck out of you. Period. I don't want to hear that, oh, well, he's mean and you didn't have to say that. And come on, stop with all that bullshit. Stop it. Okay. Explain why powder cocaine has 70% less minimum sentence than crack if it's not systematic. You're absolutely right.
They know that we rock it and they don't.
Exactly. Because it you own it, Spot Check. You own it. Link in the description or in the comment section. Y'all come up. Let's talk about it. Let's see. People turn to and use drugs to max emotional and physical trauma of sorts at some point in their lives. Yeah, we just, it's hard, man. It's hard. Even like I said, you see from the poorest of the poorest come in those methadone clinics to the richest of the richest. I'm talking about they Dolce and Gabbana and all fly cars, but they walking around. It's crazy because they all walk around like they're zombies, and it's really sad. It's really sad.
They make laws on our bad habits. And they go through our neighborhoods and make sure these are our bad habits. So then they make these laws.
Period.
So that way they're gonna keep us locked up.
Right. It's a system. It's the system. It's not necessarily even. Right. So it's a whole system that plays into each other.
If you're doing it like that, it's a difference, like I said, between a slave catcher and a police officer. See, back when we was kids, police the neighborhood. And we was on their side, and if somebody messed up, we told them who it was because we didn't want our neighborhoods messed up. But they don't police the neighborhood, so hell no, we don't care about them because they don't care about us.
Right. They went from community policing to over policing, and then to militarized policing.
And we looked after them.
Exactly. I'll check news. The root of drugs use is from trauma, not lack of education. I would say lack of education too. I would say both. Because look, check it out. If you notice, didn't they used to have the DARE program and they used to educate us on drug usage and not using drugs? They don't even have that shit no more. They don't have that shit no more for some fucking reason. So I would say I would go as far as said both. Trauma, yes, absolutely. But lack of education as far as going to get the resources to help make them better and make them more coherent on not using those particular drugs, because once those drugs take a hold of your body, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And those withdrawals is a motherfucker. Yeah, you can die from withdrawals if they're not treated properly.
At the same time, if these laws are so important, why they don't teach them to our kids in schools? They don't teach it to our kids. Mm-hmm. And we supposed to just know all of these new laws. They don't even know the laws. So, that's whew.
They don't. They surely don't. I hate trolls. Yeah, let me tell you, this past month, I've gotten all type. I've been called niggers. We know where you stay. We're gonna come get you. And I say this: you try to come get me, you're gonna leave with something. I'm gonna just leave it like that. So, public service announcement to any troll: if you think you're gonna try to do something or pull up on, they call me Mr. Pull Up. Okay, I'm Mr. Pull Up. Don't pull up on me, because you're gonna leave with something. You're gonna leave with something.
They ain't gonna be happy.
They ain't gonna be happy. Exactly.
You might walk here, but you're gonna leave in a stretcher. I promise you that.
And that's from the triple OG. So we gonna get into this video real quick, guys, of this Rick Ross. Oh, let me see. The DEA are selling drugs. I agree. And that's what I'm saying. People don't know the history, because they want to. They literally, DEA, CIA, FBI had a joint venture, especially in California. They literally had pallets of drugs and dumped it in the inner city neighborhoods and destroyed those neighborhoods from within, because they had drugs, they had guns, they had all those type of things, and they literally destroyed it. And if you don't believe me, please research. All I'm saying is read a book. So you're absolutely right. And that's what also, and people don't understand the whole gang situation. Gangs, the Bloods and Crips were created to protect their communities. When they dumped those pallets and pallets of drugs and guns, that's when it separated, because it became a competition and territory. So there's Crips and Bloods to the day don't even know their own history. They're descendants of Black Panthers. Because once the FBI ruined the Black Panther movement, they decided to have those descendants, or those people that were in the Black Panther movement started the Blood and the Crip gang. What was on? One was on each. One was in Inglewood, and I forgot what the other one was. But as soon as they dumped drugs and guns in their neighborhood, that's where it became territorial, and that's when they started banging against each other. Then if they forgot about protecting the neighborhood. You're absolutely. Rotten apples, you bring up a very great point. That is true. They did do that in Chicago too, in other cities as well, Philadelphia. So it's the gangs initially were there to protect the neighborhood. And let's not get it twisted. I don't know this one auditor with Auditron or whatever the fuck his name is. I guess he's upset with me. He said he was the original cop watcher. No, sir. That would be Black Panthers. Those were the original cop watchers. And that's before they even had guns. They went to different stops, traffic stops, any type of altercation with police, and they documented what happened. They didn't have cameras at the time, but they did document, and just in case they needed to be a witness of something when it came to any type of police brutality. And then that's when they smartened up and they had guns, and it was just like, well, shit, we gonna patrol the streets, and we're gonna protect ourselves with the Second Amendment. So, I troll cops only when they need it, you know. If you notice any of my videos, I try to, you know, I treat every cop the same. I've had good interactions with police, and I've had negative interactions with police. But at the end of the day, they started it. You know, I don't start nothing with anybody, but rightfully so. I hear you, little brother. I hear you. They school you for the LA gangs became of the Black Panther Party self-defense. And not accurate. I'd be happy to school folks on the origin of all LA gangs and what became of the Black Panther Party for self-defense in Oakland. Yeah, but but they are descendants of the Black Panther Party. But I'm open to being educated. So please, you want to all right, y'all, we're gonna get into this video real quick. This guy like really hates me. I mean, like really hates me. But fuck it, I welcome it. I blocked his ass too. But I want to be very clear. Any trolls that are in here, please let him know. My email is DJ, or I'm sorry. My email is k.copwatch@gmail.com. That's again, k.copwatch@gmail.com. So if he wants to reach out to me, and let me also, hold on, I'm trying to figure this thing out here. Also, he can reach out to me. But you're not stealing no more content from my channel. You're gonna have to get it from somebody else's page that shares my content. So I'm gonna have to you're gonna work a little harder. So I don't know if anybody heard of this dude. I don't know him. He actually said he's gonna create he's tried this and Flex Your Freedoms, Britain Audits, I believe, a few other people, but this dude he's a lame. So without further ado, this is a troll that hates my guts, and I'm cool with that. But he says I'm a frauditor. So I guess. But here we go.
Yes, DJ K-pop, party man, something, I don't care, the most useless frauditor. He has the unfortunate problem that he came onto my radar after being a sexistic, misogynistic small boy. So here's the thing, he wanted to debate Schrodinger's cat, so Schrodinger's cat sent in his producer, Marvel Girl, to set up a debate. That's how adults act, you know?
I didn't know adults act that way. If you got an issue with me, right, won't you come to me as a man and say, hey, let's have a debate. I don't like none of your shit. I don't like your content. I think you're a piece of shit. I think you're this and that. I would respect you more. I would respect you more as a man. But you sent a woman to come handle your problems that you have with me that I never started with you. I find that really, really funny. I find that really, 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 really funny. I'm just saying.
Which caused him to run into his first problem, because he doesn't talk to females. Females need to handle female business. Males need to handle male business. Whatever that means, but this is the man.
See, that's what I'm saying. When you deal with dumbass people like him, who and I can prove he don't even know how to spell. It's actually got to, not gotta. Gotta is not even a word. So I'm gonna need you to know. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and reread all the words in the dictionary and the thesaurus, and get your vocabulary right, bruh. Okay. And what I meant by the whole, if I have an issue with a female, cool, I'm gonna deal with that female. But what I'm saying is that I never had an issue with this girl, Marvel Girl. Never had an issue with her, but she got upset because I called her friend Pussycat. So then she called me a bitch. So I called her a bitch back. So don't get mad at me. Again, don't come for me. Then don't come for me. If you're not ready to get this smoke, then don't come for me. Period, point blank. I don't mess with anybody. I show love to everybody. But if you come for me disrespectfully, I'm going to come for your jugular. Simple as that.
Mindset we're working with. I will be ripping apart that video as well, probably later this week, because it's fun to expose this idiot for who he is.
Because he said it's fun. So he just clarified he was a narcissist and he's a bully. So basically this dude, all they do is look at different, they go to Cop Watcher's page and they clown him. That's all he does. That's literally all he does. I know this dude didn't get no pussy in high school. Or he probably still don't get no pussy. I don't know. Somebody hurt him. I don't understand. Like, I have no idea. He was bullied in school. Something happened to this little man. Okay. Something happened to this little boy. Okay. To where he don't even show his face. That's how much of a coward he is. I show my face. You know what I'm saying? I show my face. I don't hide. And the offer's still on the table. If you want to come to my channel, you want to debate me, k.copwatch@gmail.com. Set it up, but you're gonna come here though, because you came for me. You come here. I don't come to peasants.
Furthermore, he wanted to debate on his own channel with about 5 to 10 people watching. When he has the opportunity to have a debate on a channel that has about 1,500 to 2,000 people watching. No idea how that's mind of his work, but you know, he throws out all the ad hominem attacks and then claims everyone is throwing out ad hominem attacks. Okay.
I don't give a fuck if it's one person watching. I don't care. I have it. You have an issue with me, so I'm here. Let's talk about it. We're gonna address it, and then we're gonna move on after I smoke your ass in the debate, because you're not intellectually fucking with me. Sorry, you're just not.
Okay, let's go on with the video, because this is the most useless browser I've ever seen. Oh dear. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? You're gonna record like this with all the sound in the wind? There's something called a dead cat you can put on your microphones to stop this bloody wind noise from happening. Keep in mind, we're dealing with someone who says he's the very best, the best there ever was.
Wait, when the fuck did I ever say I was the best? I'm gonna need receipts. I'm gonna need you to come with facts. Let me know when I ever said or documented that I ever stated that I was the best auditor, the best. What? Please let me know. I want to see these though. And this is what I'm saying. When they make these videos, they make it off of feeling, because they don't like what we're doing. Not to say that we're not doing anything wrong as far as lawfully wrong. They'll never say that. Oh well, he's doing something illegal. No, they just don't like what we're doing. So now I'm gonna do it even more just because you don't like it. You're not finna stop our community. We're stronger than ever. Yeah, sure, we might have disagreements within our community. Sure, we have to hold people accountable in our community and sometimes shut their fucking channel down because they want to steal money from people and all those type of things. Which we're not gonna mention their names on this channel, because if I see them in person, I'm gonna address them personally. But at the end of the day, This is a dope ass community. We're making change in this community. We're encouraging other people to videotape police when there's police brutality or police misconduct.
Hey, bro, you okay? I'm here for you, okay?
Oh, yes, I think this man feels real safe with DJ Cookie Man on the job. I know that's not his name. I actually don't feel like looking up his name because I genuinely forgot. It's not that important, just like he is. So unimportant. Okay, let's keep in mind that my channel cannot exist without his one video. Oh, wait. I guess we said something along the lines during the Flat Earth days as well. If the Flat Earth is no longer relevant, we can move on to other stuff. Unlike Flat Earthers, unlike sovereign citizens, unlike frauditors.
You good, bro? Yeah. Okay. Hey, mind if I get a card? Mind if I get a card? No, I didn't have any interaction with you. So, I'm a citizen. It's part of your policy.
Yes, policy. I've noticed you don't really understand words. A policy is not a law. It's just a thing they could do. They don't have to. Similar to, they don't have to do what you're gonna say up next.
That's why I said policy, you dumbass. That's why specifically I said policy. I didn't say it was against the law for you not to verbally state your name and your badge number. That's why I said policy. Now, in some states, it is against the law. By law, you are required to state those things. But that's why I said policy. Never stated it was illegal for him not to do that. Just saying that he would possibly get in trouble if he doesn't. That's all I'm saying. It's in his 674-page policy. That's all I'm saying. I didn't ask him to restate all words in the 674-page policy. Did I state that? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that shit at all.
You know, because you don't look up stuff. You just work in your own facts, which aren't actually facts in the real world.
What happens now? As a matter of fact, you actually have to state it actually verbally. I don't. Actually, you do. It's actually 674 pages.
Also, are you refusing to English? So this man has to, by law, recite 674 pages. That's gonna take a while.
Again, never stated by law. This is what I'm saying. This dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I said policy. It's in the 674 document. It's in there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I never stated he had to do it by law. And here's the thing, but it is against the law to impersonate an officer, which happened a couple of months ago. Aurora police arrested somebody for impersonating them. That's why we have them state their name, their badge number. For that specific reason. For that reason. Not only that, there's a lot of people who can't read. So what, you going to diss the people who can't read? You going to diss people who can't read? It's called community policing. It's called your job.
I mean, according to the grammar in your sentence, that is what he's supposed to do, according to you. Also,
let's not talk about grammar, okay? Let's not even talking about shit. Yeah, bro, you sound like you sucking dick and licking balls, gargling and swallowing at the same time while talking. That is talent, okay? Please don't go there, okay? Please don't go there.
So he doesn't have to verbally state his name or his badge number.
Yes, he does.
He can't just give you a card. You don't really understand.
He can give me a card. He can do both.
things, do you? I thought you were one of those, the very best, like no one ever was. That's kind of your own word. Seems like you're not very good. I mean, you're the kind of...
Again, I'm gonna need receipts. I'm gonna need facts. When did I ever say I was the best? I'm gonna need you to come with facts, bro. Come with facts.
Category of making up shit as you go along, feeding the narrative of the day.
Neely, N-E-E-L-Y. Badge number. Badge number. Have a good day. Badge number. Badge number. Hey, fuck boy.
Oh, yeah, that I recall that as well. You started off with calling Schrodinger's cat fuckboy. Then you call him a pussycat because he's a pussy because he sent in his email. No one sends Marvel anywhere. You see what your problem is, little man? You have a problem with strong women. The moment a woman talks to you and they don't act like a slave, like the girl on your channel, I feel sorry for that lady. That's a classic Stockholm syndrome. But yeah, when faced with a woman that actually doesn't take your shit, you turn into a sad little man that has to throw out insults and then go into victim mentality mode or repetition mode. Oh boy, I'm gonna have fun tearing that stream apart in the next video.
Hey, fuck boy, if I ask you for your badge number, that's what I want.
But just because you ask a question doesn't mean that you get what you want. Actually, you are correct. That's what you want, but you're not gonna get it. I mean, what's with verbal diarrhea?
How you doing, man?
This might be new to you. And
Steven, what's going on?
Here. It makes you sound like a dick flute.
Citizen
I'm sure
what's
you
up?
think it makes you sound tough. Have you listened to yourself? Because you're the opposite. Maybe you need to talk to another female. Who the hell says female anyway? That's the biological term, which makes sense. You don't know how to talk to people or women.
You understand? You understand? I want your fucking badge number.
I got so many dumbs in a row. He's got his windows closed. He cannot hear you. You're talking to his car.
You already got the license plate. RAR 347.
Oh no. Anyway.
That's how we do it.
He's a troll. He basically makes commentary off of police accountability, and he also makes cop watchers. He's make fun of cop watchers and standing how stupid they are and they're frauditors or whatever the fuck that is. And he doesn't like our community, and he's pretty much, he's definitely back to blue, definitely. So they don't like our movement, and so that's who this joker is. So
you sound like you're proud of that fact. Oh, there. Should we tell him?
That's how we do it. Who's that Pokemon? Officer M. Neely. This is his name, you guys. Officer M. Neely. That's his number. 303-739-6309. That's how we do it.
Yeah. So that's funny, I guess. So you're gonna do something about your audio quality? I mean, you're still on record for being the best YouTuber out there, right? I'd wanna lead by example then, because this is ridiculous, man. The more annoying part is you
peace out, rotten apples.
Actually think you accomplished something when you did absolutely nothing at all. And the even more annoying part is that you are even more easily amused than me.
I've never felt so close to the possibility of disclosure. The Nephilim, the giants, you can't make up that kind of stuff.
You big man. Big man. This is Deputy Chief Darren. We're being a bitch-ass coward and answer your phone. Answer your phone.
Quit being a bitch. Answer your phone.
Now, this is something else I noticed about you and fraudsters like you. All the idiots on the internet, constant repetition of the same sentence over and over again. I can't read the popular belief. I don't like to repeat myself, and I hate it when others do it. For the very reason it's a result of someone who doesn't know how to brain, so they're basically a stuck record, and certainly it's the problem of someone who has nothing to say of worth.
Public service announcement. Fuck boy.
Oh my god. So what the hell is this public service announcement, fuckboy? Fuckboy? That's how you start a public service announcement? What the hell is wrong with you? And I regret asking that question because the example of what's wrong with you is walking right in front of me, right here. It's on display. Stop putting your dipshittery on display, man.
And any Aurora police officer watching this, tell him I said he a bitch.
Oh, well, then it's probably a good thing I did a video on your video. Well, probably not, because my commentary is in between, making you look like a complete fool. But hey, at least there's gonna be more eyes on it. Just for the record, on the record, let the record show. Huh, well over 500 views. Hey, I got you, man, I got you. This video is probably gonna go over 10K, maybe even 20K. So, good job to me.
Straight bitch. And answer his fucking phone.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
He try to be nice. What's up, Too Tall? The motherfuckers don't want
Well, shit.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. You know, just
So it's really, it's a great business to have. So you're looking at 30.
All right, I'm done watching this. You know, we trying. You know, we trying to get it. We trying to get it. How you doing this morning, sir?
Oh shit. Done got up early, had my apple fritter, mowed 3 yards in the neighborhood, dropped off the package in the mailbox.
Okay.
Living the dream.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it.
Yeah.
So what are I don't know if you were here for the first part. The first so the first part we were discussing these raids, especially in Chicago. These unnecessary domestic terrorist raids and how it's a major issue and it needs to be addressed, and we need to make sure that this shit doesn't happen within our own community. So how do you feel about that?
What are they calling a domestic raid?
So basically they had it seemed to be like 10 to 15 officers that they go off of an informant's information saying that drugs are being sold at that location. They have I think a sergeant or a lieutenant sign off on it. And then they have a judge sign off on it without any type of affidavit or any information or any type of surveillance stating that to back up the possible warrant.
I think you call that an unsustained warrant that gets signed off blindly.
Correct.
Yeah, there's I ran into that. I mean, with the case I got wrongfully convicted of, you know, I don't even think the judge even glanced at the damn thing that he signed, but
so
they got me, and you know. Go ahead.
So I mean, I don't think, and that's the thing. I think judges should also be held accountable as well when signing off on those warrants, or those raids or whatever. And they should. That's why it's important that qualified immunity has to be abolished.
Yeah. You know, transparency needs to be installed, and how to take the doors down and put the windows up in some of them offices. it's fucked, man. And you kids are, y'all need to get this straight for your kids, because situation is we be fucked, and if we don't unfuck it, it ain't gonna get no better. It's terrible.
Yeah, it really.
I've been watching this shit for 20, 30 years, man. I've been seeing this, and you might beat the rap, but you're gonna have a hell of a ride doing it anymore, and it ain't no easier. But hey, I got a little bit of good news. I've got a used drone that I'm raffling off for Janet's Kitchen. I've got a video and the links for the Venmo for buying the tickets. $5 ticket. It's a used $200 drone. Got the VR goggles, the videos, got all kinds of information in it.
Okay.
All of the money goes directly to Janet's PayPal. Janet's going to pick the winner. I'm going to mail the package. Your information will stay entirely protected and private from my dead cold hands. Ain't nobody get nobody's numbers and details unless I got a release. But,
you got a link that you can put in the? You got a link that you can put in the comments?
I don't. One of your moderators can go to one of my Too Tall Rob or the Too Tall Rob live channel. Beware of the fake Rob, the aka Luigi. That's the fake Huckleberry troll. But anyway, there's drone video stuff. You can look by my content if it's my page. Yeah, you talk about something about trolls. I got some goof that went up taking my picture and putting my name on YouTube accounts.
Who? Wow.
And running around in the circles, creating havoc, and then wake up in the morning and I got 6 people. What the hell was you saying over in my chat the other day? Like, fuck, I wasn't even there.
So what do you think of these trolls, man? What do you think? Like, what? I mean, because there's this troll that I just displayed here. I blocked him, of course, but the thing was, I did state, where my email's at. Again, k.copwatch@gmail.com, and we can debate. They like afraid to debate, and a lot of these trolls, what I've noticed, they'll look at a clip of your video, right? And then they'll go off of that particular clip, but don't watch all the videos that you've done. Don't even really do research, and they go off of feelings.
Are you talking about those troll critics that?
Yeah.
You're going to have somebody that's going to have their opinion that you're sure looking like a dumbass even stepping out of the car with the camera. You did it wrong. You should have done it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of some of that. I always kind of, see what I can say, and I'll express it to you. Hey man, if you would have stayed back 10 feet, 15, I mean, I'll get them sometimes punch.
Well, I'm not talking about what you do. What I'm saying is that I don't mind being critiqued. That's not a problem, because if it's I'm all about tough love. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I want to get better and better and better at what I do. But the thing is, when you're going strictly off of feelings because you don't like what I'm doing, it's not because what I'm doing is unlawful or is not right. You just don't like the manner, or you don't like the tone of my voice, or you don't like my style of having my interactions with police.
The way I look at that shit anymore, I've gotten tough. That's just, my, okay, that's your opinion. Well, my opinion is you're a stupid goof that have an uneducated opinion.
Yeah.
And, your 2 cents don't even make a part of a nickel, and move on to the next stupid comment and grin and smile that with a few words, somebody can show their intelligence,
and here's the thing, like, I don't, like for instance, like, you know, everybody has their own style. Everybody audits the way, you know, I don't, that's none of my business. But if the thing that I have an issue with is when I respond, then you want to play victim. So if you're going to put that smoke out there and then I respond to that, and then you play victim, oh, I'm being bullied, or I'm, you know, putting this false narrative. I don't like that. It's like one of those people, those club hitters. They'll go in the club, right, and they'll run and hit you and then run away and then tell their mom. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm saying is if you don't like how I do it, cool. All right, for sure. Let's discuss it. Let's be men. Let's discuss it. Don't send other people to talk for you. You know what I'm saying? You're the one who wanted that smoke with me because you didn't like what I did. So I want you to address me. If I'm a man, if I didn't like what you did because it was offensive or whatever, for whatever reason, I'm going to address you. I'm not going to send somebody to address an issue that I have with you, whether it be female or male.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've not been perfect in this game. I've kind of run with some of the idiots, but sometimes I kind of hang with them to try to encourage them to find a better way of doing what they do. But, you know, I mean, I always keep the true in my game, you know, and when I'm expressing myself, you know, if I get to, I have a voice problem, so repeating myself is as painful as speaking it the first time. And when I'm speaking and people want to step on my free speech by silencing me so other people don't, you know, I run into that shit, man, where people, oh, let's shut Rob off. It'll piss him off. And let's talk over him to where he just gets mad and leave. Well, yeah, I'm going to leave because, you know, you're silencing my free speech, or, you know, you let me on a panel, but you let your guests fucking over talk me. Fuck wasting my words. I got other shit to do.
I understand that.
I'm here to participate.
I agree.
You know, I like I say, you know, these people out here can love me for who I am, or they can hate me for what I ain't, you know.
Right.
I gotta be me and keep for doing it, you know.
Right. And I'm the type of person, I stand on my truth. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can ever use my truth against me because I know who the fuck I am at the end of the day. I don't need another human being to know who the fuck I am. I know who I am. It'd be different if I don't know who I was, but I know who I am at the end of the day. And and I say all the time that I want to be very clear. I have to audit. I have to watch police in my community because I do not want another Elijah McClain to happen in my community. I can't.
Now, what city are you in?
Aurora, Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, when you hear I'm coming to Denver, man, to visit Janet, man, you got to slide over and get some breakfast.
Yeah, love it. When you coming down here?
Well, I've been wanting to come for a minute, but the forces may be or what they are, but I think I'll have to wait till it starts cooling back off before I can make a trip. I don't have no air conditioning in my van, and that's a straight out drive. I'm 8 hours down the road from y'all.
Okay.
But man, I tell you, if I can't get to church on Sunday morning, my ass is checking in at Janet's live stream for feeding the homeless. That's the next best place for me. You know, I got hip to Janet through Eric and the crew, and man, if you can't love a mission like that, something wrong with you.
Right. Right.
She been feeding folks there for 8 years.
Wow.
Started off down there just showing up with a crock pot and a table. Nowadays they got a banquet going on.
Okay. And it's getting bad as far as the homeless situation, especially in our mayor. I don't claim him, but he wants to criminalize being homeless.
I saw a stream the other day of the homeless sleeps, and I think it was Amazing Audits that he mentioned. Now I mean, this is just what I heard, and sometimes these YouTubers don't have all their facts straight, but sometimes they do. But I heard that $21,000 it takes to perform one of them homeless sweeps that you might see on Amazing Audits or Carol Funk's videos. Cut the Plastic does some of them sweeps. And you take $21,000 a day. Now, if you take that and times 30, you can't develop a parking lot and put some dumpsters and some portable crappers out there and say, here, y'all, we got some change, put up some shade trees even. We got money for a park. We got money for a park and money for people to play and playgrounds for the kids to play in. But we ain't got shit for the less fortunate where they can pitch a tent and be left the fuck alone. Maybe have some cameras and some security lights out. But oh Lord, if you're going to work, we can put up a parking lot for you to pay and park in whatever, carpool. Bullshit, man.
Just like when Tupac said, we got money for wars but can't feed the poor, which is total asinine. And it's just, I mean, what ideas do you feel that we need to help this issue as a community? Like how can we be more proactive and more consistent when it comes to the homeless community? How can we?
My thing is, how do you got more billionaires than it is millionaires?
That's true. I have no clue as far as how to resolve the homelessness situation, but there's got to be something going on to where, a man can have a place to park his tent. I mean, if you got a place to park your car and a park to play your kids at and a park to walk your dog, I'm damn sure every city ought to have a place to, a community campground, boom. Park your camper, park your tent, what the hell ever, bullshit. And I kind of like that. People are sitting there. I've seen this, I don't know if you might call it the new rage or something, but how them cops come up on you sometimes and see you in a parking lot and, hey, how you doing? I'm just here doing a welfare check, when it was unsolicited.
Right.
That now people are rolling up on the police and, hey, how you doing?
I did that a couple of times. There's one video where there's a cop.
Boy rolled up on a cop and he was diddling on his phone and, okay, who was that? Oh shit, I can't think of dude's name. But oh man, it was hilarious. Cops looking at his phone like, come on man, let me see them cute cops. You watching them cops on TikTok and what are you on your Tinder?
And that's in their policy too. They're not supposed to be on their personal cell phones.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be on their phones. They're not supposed to be smoking. And man, I caught some police smoking in a uniform. Unfortunately, the video, I don't know what happened to the video. I don't know. It didn't record. I don't know what happened, but the system that I did it off of, but that was a good one. Hell day after.
I've been kind of encouraging and, giving my 2 cents, of advice and criticisms. This guy, News Now Preston and that News Now Nashville Preston or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great kid. He's learning. I just sent him a tripod and a suction cup for your car window and a couple of things. Help him out a little bit. But he had some grief, and I told him, I said, next time somebody gives you some riffraff when you're filming, what are you doing? I'm an independent investigative journalist.
Yep.
And flip that camera around right in their face and say, I'm going to put you on the news. Now, see, when you put that camera on somebody and you mention, I'm going to put you on the news, that changed their mindset of the shit that's going to come out of their mouth next. Either they're going to act like a clown or they're going to think, fuck, the next thing I say, my mama might see. Kind of puts their ass in check, you know what I'm saying? But I like that little phrase, I'm going to put you on the news.
But honestly, to tell you the truth, it's come to the point they don't even give a fuck now, because like they got their own body cameras and they planting drugs and their own body camera doing the shit. You know, I'm like, they just their ego, the ego.
Yeah,
it's a motherfucker.
You saw it with the 73-year-old woman at Walmart in Aurora.
Yep. No, it was in Loveland.
You know, the high five and shit. What the fuck is this? A football game? You just made a touchdown? You know, you brutalized a public citizen that you're serving, and you're out popping high fives like you just kicked a touchdown.
Disgusting.
What the fuck?
Yep,
You know?
Karen Gardner.
I was watching a video just come out a couple days ago down the tube. Dude driving a gray truck, and I mean, I'm a disabled individual.
Okay.
You know, if I'm doing the dirty and I get pulled out of the car, I'm stepping out. My hands are up. My hands will go on the rails of the truck, come and cuff and stuff me. You ain't got to throw me to the ground. You know, I ain't fixing to get on my damn knees and all that shit.
Right.
You know, no, you just come and get me. Here I am. I surrender. But the way this played out, this dude was kind of, you know, he stepped out of his truck. He was exchanging some words with the cops, you know. And then they had one cop come up behind him, and he did a body slam and slammed this guy into the side of the truck. And then, like, did a bear hug and did a flip over your shoulder like he's a fucking WWE wrestler, and like to crack this boy's head open on the sidewalk. And then they get to rough and tough, so you got 4 cops on this guy. This guy slips out and did the dirty deed. And he's up and kind of getting a little distance. He secures his gun. And then he starts walking around all of his partners trying to get high fives from, like, yeah, I wasn't a badass. Oh, look at that tackle I got, you know? And I'm like, oh, man, it just fucking makes me ill, dude. I'm getting to the point for my mentality, I got to turn this shit off and just play a video with some horses in it just to, you know, let my brain have a break from all the people getting fucked and abused by the police. Terrible.
I hear you, man. I definitely hear you. And it's just, you know, it's just messed up, man. I don't know if you've seen the I forgot what police department it was. Some kids were vaping on the boardwalk, and they were beat up pretty bad. One was tased, and he was charged for assaulting a police officer, but he never touched a police officer. Never touched a fucking police officer.
No, I mean, it'll come out, you know, I mean, if the families can get the right attorneys to represent them, let me correct that. If they can get the right legal defense, it'll come out.
I agree.
If a lawyer sees that shit, it'll come out. And like I say, you know, that justice is for the rich, man, you know.
I agree 100%. You know, and
ought to be a cap on what, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not my pay grade to figure it out, but man, I hope and pray. I hope and pray it gets better. You know. Otherwise, man, imagine what this shit be like in 20 years if it keeps morphing the way it is.
Yeah. And that's why it's imperative that they need to pass this George Floyd Justice Act, because it has of the abolishment of qualified immunity, which is crazy to me because it's just like qualified immunity is just a mandate, and it's made up from a judicial side, which they can't make laws. So I'm just like,
you know,
it's stupid.
That's something else, you know, that George Floyd thing. you know, in my book, George Floyd was a dirty cat, you know, but bottom line, he deserved a day in court. I'll say that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't no patron saint of the neighborhood, but he wasn't doing anything terrible dirty, whether he inadvertently, overtly was trying to pawn off a 20. But from everything I saw, it kind of led me to believe that they were washing money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you about that. As far as the 20, right? The counterfeit $20 bill that was given to him by, and it said it in the court. It was given to him by his friend. You know, so he didn't even know. I don't know if he knew or not.
Dude in red, yeah.
Right. But the thing was, he was a human being. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the proper due process. You know, and not only that, with counterfeit bills, police don't even they're not even supposed to deal with that. It's supposed to be the Secret Service that deals with that particular situation. Yeah, that's I'm just letting you know. That's facts. They're supposed to deal with any type of that's a federal issue, and it's the Secret Service are supposed to deal with that particular situation and deal with him on that particular situation. The police are not even supposed to be getting involved with that. They're supposed to be notified, so that's extra documentation just in case they have to use that in court. But what I'm saying is that to have a knee on somebody's neck for close to 9 minutes is crazy.
The point I was going to make is there's 15 other George Floyd's incidents of the crushing of the torso, you know, suffocation by compression or what the fuck ever the 75-cent $1.25 words they passed out on that is. That there's many other situations, but this one here caught the news. This one here went viral. You know, I just, something needs to be done because that was fucked up. And that situation I was just telling you about with the gray truck pullover dude, I think it was in Arkansas maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at that, you didn't have the knee on the neck, but you had the knee in the belly, which is you know what it's like when you got an elephant sitting on you. It ain't no different than some man with a hand on the throat. When you can't breathe, you can't breathe.
You can't.
You know, whether it's the torso compression or the throat, you know, knee on the back, the cops need to fucking be aware of what the fuck they're doing. You know? See,
I agree.
What really fucked up the Floyd case was that emergency responder, the firefighter gal that showed up and, and that cop even made a statement, if you get into the nuts and bolts of it, one of them cops says, well, the Detroit police or the Detroit fire departments know where their bounds are with the police or something. You know, you need to step back on the backside of your red line and let this blue line exist. It's like, whoa, like, it was like this cop told this fucking firefighter, you're stepping on our big blue line and you need to step the fuck back and check yourself or wreck yourself. And it was like, and shit, the way he said it and it was playing out, I thought he was going to come up and clown on her and throw her to the ground and cuff her. I wish I would have. Oh, I mean, just, man, if that wouldn't have added some more meat to the soup, if they'd have threw her down and stuffed her. Fuck.
It's crazy. And the thing was, like, when you have somebody in handcuffs, the thing is, you're supposed to get them off their stomach immediately. Hell, I used to train handcuffing. And it's imperative that you, what's up, News Now? Ninja? In the building.
Were you training to be a cop or something? What's this you were throwing down?
No, I was in corrections, Adams County.
Okay.
Yeah.
County corrections, cool.
But I left because I had integrity. Because I didn't,
Yeah,
you know,
I was gonna say you don't seem like a kind of guy. I mean, I did 7 years, behind the walls of Missouri Penitentiary. It's like, yeah, you wouldn't make it. You're too nice a guy.
I went off of that one word, and you can probably comprehend that one word is respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That one word is called respect. And if you had a couple of 1% that tried, but I would be like, hey man, did I ever disrespect you, man? Did I always come at you right? Did I always treat you like a human being? And was I always fair with you? And they'll be like, you know what? You're right. You did, man. My bad. I apologize. You're right. I was in the wrong. And
yeah, I mean,
and that's all you have to do, man. It's just respect. And I really wanted these cats. I would say 85% of the people that were in there really was trying. You know what I'm saying? Was really, really trying to be on the right path, to do the right thing. But they were just being fucked with, man. And I was just like, I can't be a part of this, man. If I'm not here for change,
either you're one of the crew or you ain't. And
and I just slowly started seeing it because it was romanticized to me, like it has been. When we're kids, we think cops are superheroes.
Yeah.
Like again, they did the DARE program, and they talked to us, and then one cop was like, I never had to use my firearm on anybody. And I was like, wow, that's impressive. So what do you think, News Now Ninja?
I just wanted to stop in and tell you guys I love you, and I appreciate the conversations y'all have. And there's the way I always describe it is a coloring box, a Crayola box has every color because every element's needed to create change. There's a whole bunch of different elements to what's happening. And so much love and respect to you guys. DJ Kdot, I love your content, and just keep filming them, man. Never stop, bro. So
I love you, man. Real talk, News Now Ninja. I love you, man, and I love your content, and I appreciate you. We were just talking about trolls. They done made several videos on your boy.
I don't know if you've seen, but I have like a whole following of trolls.
Yep.
They call me News Now Homeless. That's why I'm always like, News Now Homeless here live from my home.
Damn, homeless is living a life, homeless ninja.
I mean, I don't know anybody else that's breaking down specimens on the back wall.
Right.
Whatever.
So what is your encouragement for upcoming auditors and police cop watchers dealing with trolls? What is your what?
I mean, there's always something good in the bad. I always say, every person you meet, every bad person you meet, you can find something good from them.
Okay.
You can always find something good in the situation. No matter how bad it is, you can learn something. You can educate yourself on an object that you had not yet looked into. There's a whole bunch of things, but for upcoming auditors, I mean, I started about a year ago, and I was stuck as soon as I started. And really, I started because I was tired of being harassed. And then one night, like life always does, it always makes whatever's going to happen. And so I ended up with a camera in a cop's face. And then It was because they chased me onto private property. They chased me onto where I was living. And then so from that moment on, I always recorded cops, and I always stood up for the First Amendment, and I just couldn't stop. I always tell all my friends, like jokingly, obviously, that I've always done a lot of drugs, but there's no greater drug than freedom and the First Amendment. The feeling of being liberated whenever you exercise your freedom and then you walk away. And it's not really about the high, but it's about the difference that needs to happen, because there's a lot of people that are stuck in this mentality that they just have to do what they're told, and that's not the true case here, you know.
I hear you. Wow, powerful. I say, even though they got these big troll channels or whatever, they still promoting my stuff regardless. And people got to really think of that. They still promoting your shit. You know what I'm saying? They might be talking shit, but they're doing the opposite of what their goal. And I'm assuming
all they're doing is spreading the word.
That's it. They're just spreading the education. That's it.
Yeah, like Wolf of Wall Street. Bad publicity is still good publicity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't mind. People can talk trash about me all they want. I wear my tie-dye and I carry my persona for a reason, because I like to see how dumb people think I really am. and then they find out real quick that I'm not so dumb,
Right. And that's why I'm like, yo, let's have a conversation. I'll invite them on the channel, but they don't want to come to my channel because love that shirt, by the way.
I just scored it at the thrift store. I always go to this thrift store in Junction City at DA Disabled American Veterans, and hey, for $1.25, you too can look like an idiot in tie-dye. What was everybody picking on the tie-dye for?
Oh, nice. What?
Well, you got a problem with tie-dye?
Oh, okay. I never seen that.
Y'all got a problem with that? Man, motherfucker don't know how to live, man. They cracking on me about the apple fritters and the tie-dye shit.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get off here.
I agree. Eyes wide open. It is comical.
I gotta do another upload. But yeah, for all the trolls out there that are watching this, hey man, I love you. Thank you for the view. When I see all these folks shout out, or not really shout out my video, but they're sharing my video in a negative manner.
Yeah.
Hey, I still see it as a shout out. It's beautiful. Thank you. Because in order for you to even screen record and copy my video, you had to watch it. And so,
right.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing.
Now that's another thing that
one of my biggest sharers are haters.
So some of these people, if they got your name in your mouth, it's just because they can't do no better and have other parts of you in their mouth.
You that is true. No argument there. I agree 100%. You're right. Damn. You should put that on the t-shirt.
Put that
all right, guys.
On,
much love.
Put it on a shirt, DJ. Make you $1 million. I got them every day.
No, I'm about to make some. I'm about to make some thongs for ladies. And it's gonna say "I consent to search" on the front.
That's what's up.
It's gonna say "I consent to search."
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Everybody should make thongs that say "I consent to search" on the front. Got to support those lady freedom fighters.
That blew my mind. Hang on.
Later on, guys. Much love. See y'all soon.
All right.
if you can show, you know, if on YouTube you can show true colors, paint your own masterpiece.
I agree, 100%. I
That
agree.
one
100%.
there popped up. I like, fuck, where'd that come from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got here on YouTube and show your colors. Oh, it's a masterpiece.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. I want to give you the final word.
Oh.
Mr. Too Tall Cam 2. What's the final word?
Need to fuck the stress, stay high, and be blessed, and happy Fuck the Cops Day. Every day
Happy Fuck
and
the
3 or
Cops
4
Day,
times
yes.
on Wednesday.
Well, you are more than welcome to come on anytime that I'm broadcasting. I love you, man. Appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, and thank you for fighting for our rights. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, peace, man.
Peace, love. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up because brother kind of hungry. I gotta get my eat on. Okay. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the love, support. Citizen not, I love you. Love you with all my heart. Becky, I love you. You know I love you, girl. Love you. And hopefully we can get you on the show one of these days. But yeah, you guys keep on recording police. Remember, always use tough love. Those same police that I cussed out, I'll be the same person to have a seat at the table and let's have a conversation, you know. And Noli D in the building. What's up, mamas? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Like I said, man, record safe, record all the time. Do not talk to police. Know your rights at all times. Fuck the trolls. But I still love you because you still sharing my shit. T and accountability. Love you too. Love you too. God bless everybody. Until the next time, it's your boy, DJ Kdot. And I'm out. 1.